Hello and welcome to Wonderland and happy Friday. Today we are in London at the St. Ermin's Hotel. It's in the city of Westminster and we're going to have afternoon tea. So join me down the rabbit hole and we'll experience it together. Hello and welcome back to Wonderland. So I made it inside the St. Ermin's Hotel for the tea lounge for my afternoon tea. And it is as beautiful as I remember. I was here in 2020, right before the lockdown, and I remember it being such a beautiful location. They have some of the original Rococo friezes on the walls, and they are so beautiful. It's so intricate. It's one of the most beautiful places that I've ever been to have afternoon tea, and I wanted to bring it to you, of course. Afternoon tea at the Tea Lounge at St. Ermin's is offered every day from 12 until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it costs £45 per person. And if you wanted to have a glass of champagne with it, it comes up to be £52 a person. But I've been a little naughty, and I ordered a bottle of rabbit juice, probably because these surroundings are so beautiful and I would like to stay here a little bit longer. So I was able to ask for a wine list, and not a problem, and I'm going to get a nice bottle of Pomeroy champagne. Here's the afternoon tea. I'm going to show you the menu first, and then I'll go over everything that's offered. So here's to a lovely afternoon tea at the St. Ermin's Tea Lounge. Cheers. This is a copy of the tea menu, which is wonderful to have their own tea menu. And inside of it, it has a lovely little paragraph. It says, tea is not just a drink, but an experience that should be reveled, enjoyed, and passionately explored. And it goes on, but I'll leave a copy of this in my in the community page in the in the community page in the YouTube comments, so you'll be able to read it yourself. But in this little tea guide, we have different kinds of black teas. We have a St. Ermin's blend, a Supreme Earl Grey, a Terry Lapsang Souchong, First Flush Darjeeling, and authentic masala chai. There's also green teas, Sencha gooseberry and pomegranate, organic dragonwell, jasmine blossoms, and lemongrass and ginger. There's also some herbal teas, some chamomile blossoms, peppermint leaves, vanilla organic rubios, and hibiscus bora bora. Very nice, a lovely little tea menu. So what I'm thinking, I'll probably have my tea with my pastries, and I'll probably go with either the St. Ermin's blend or maybe the Supreme Earl Grey. I'll let you know. Today's afternoon tea has freshly baked scones, plain and fruit scones with clotted cream and jam. There's also sandwiches to come, prawn mayonnaise, preserved lemon, and shredded lettuce, roasted chicken breast, lemon thyme mayonnaise, and baby Jim. We have honey roasted ham, whole grain, bread with Dijon mustard, a St. Ermin's gin smoked salmon lemon cream fresh, and also a cucumber, mint, and cream cheese. The sweet treats, it says, is hazelnut praline show, a caramelized apple on sable biscuit, strawberry and basil trifle, very nice, chocolate and passion fruit mousse, and coconut pineapple jelly. It looks absolutely beautiful, and it says there's a selection of tea makers of London teas. So I'm looking forward to this. Like I said before, I have been here, but it's been many years, so I'm glad that I get a chance to bring it to you. So it looks like in the tea room it's rather small. There's only 9 tables for afternoon tea, but when it's busy they start bringing you out on the terrace as well to, just to fill up for more areas to have afternoon tea. But I am inside the tea salon. My reservation was at 12 o'clock and there was already 4 groups already waiting along with me. So yes, a very popular afternoon tea place. So this is something a little different here. Apparently I get my scones after I finish my tea tower. So I might ask to have them before, but I didn't this time, but it should be fine. So we might not have half time, but that's okay. Every day is something different, right? All right, I am ready to start my afternoon tea. So my first sandwich, I think it's gonna be cucumber and mint and cream cheese. Oh. It looks beautiful, I can already tell. The sandwich is very soft. Look at this. Ooh. And what's funny, it's actually soggy on the bottom, which is something that I've never experienced at afternoon tea. Yeah, the bread is really, really wet, but it's beautiful. Look at that, with all of the cucumber. So I'm gonna try this. Don't have a lot of hope for this, unfortunately. A bummer of a way to start out, but that's okay, it's fine. I'd rather it be like this, I think, than being overly dry. So let's try it. It slid down very nicely. The cucumbers themselves were nice and crunchy. There was the definitely hint of mint. It's just the bread was wet, but that's okay. I'm fine with it. That is not a problem. If I had a whole tea tray sandwiches that were all wet, not so good, but my goodness, there's lots of liquid in a cucumber. It's fine. I'd rather have a wet sandwich than margarine inside. So all in all, not a bad start. I'm going to just put this out there. Cheers to half term. It's giving me memories of my dinosaur afternoon tea. Oh, but we were all young once, and we all need to learn how to have afternoon tea, so I'm all for that. I will say that the St. Ermin Hotel, it's definitely kid-friendly. There's a lot of little ones here running around and having a great time and learning about afternoon tea. I think you're never too young to learn about taking a lovely break in the afternoon for tea. So, cheers to you, St. Ermin's Hotel. It's a good thing. So my next sandwich is honey glazed ham with whole mustard. Oh, it looks nice. It looks really good. The bread looks like it's whole grain bread as well. It's very soft and lovely, and it looks like there's at least 2 layers of the ham. It smells beautiful. That whole grain Dijon mustard is the star of this sandwich. It was a very nice and soft sandwich, but I tell you, there is nothing like whole grain mustard. It really livens up a sandwich. So very, very nice. I'm just so happy to see that the sandwiches are on soft bread and there's lots of fillings here. So yes, pretty darn good. I'm gonna eat a little bit more of this because I do love a lovely whole grain mustard. It's been a little while since I've explained myself with my rabbit juice consumption. So generally, if you get afternoon tea, you can do a champagne afternoon tea with a nominal charge to have a glass of afternoon tea. But they'll usually fill it up to about here. If you want a second glass of champagne, here's where the kicker is. It's usually about £16.50 for the same amount. And you don't know how long the champagne has been opened up for. That's why I kind of just end up getting myself a bottle because I know it's mine. All the fizz is there for all that happy rabbit juice. I know it's a little bit more, definitely, but instead of ordering glass by glass by glass, it's all mine. I don't have to share with anybody, which is always fun. And I know that I don't have to worry about all these. See, I have a very convoluted idea. It's better to buy the bottle than pay 16 pounds for a glass of anything. I don't know, it's just what I do in Wonderland. I can't explain it, but I'm sure you'll understand. I will say, afternoon tea here at the St. Ermin's Hotel, the waitstaff are so nice and so considerate, and they really look over to make sure that you're having a great afternoon tea experience. So, yay, it makes me feel very comfortable, and you know, that's probably why I came back. It's so important, that front line that you have, you know, with any kind of customer service situation. I know I've done customer service for years and years, and I'm really happy to find it here. So yeah, very nice afternoon tea. So something that I've noticed, which is the case for most of the teas that I've had, it is a wonderful, not necessarily casual affair, but nobody is dressing up. It's just, you know, nice clothes, nothing that you wouldn't wear out the front door, I guess. Yeah, so people come off the street, they're wearing whatever they have, and they look great. As long as you're comfortable, it's all good here. So don't worry about wearing your tea hats or anything else. Just come as you are and enjoy a marvelous afternoon tea. My next sandwich is prawn mayonnaise, preserved lemon, and gem lettuce. Yes, a generous amount of filling. The bread is lovely. It looks like it's on brown bread, which is always nice. And yeah, this looks like a great sandwich. And it smells lovely as well, so let's try. That was a great tea sandwich. I loved the prawn in it. It was beautiful. And that lemon was beautiful and sharp, but very balanced. Oh my goodness. The little gem lettuce, that's nothing to say, but wow, the prawn with preserved lemon, that elevated my whole taste experience so much. That is beautiful. That would probably make a very nice dip with some tortilla chips. I should probably not say that, but what do you do? But yeah, this is a lovely tea sandwich. I'm very, very pleased with it. So, good job. I've had several nice little sandwiches here. I probably shouldn't show you this, but I was getting a little bit of the wiggles with how nice that last sandwich was. I like that prawn, but I think the preserved lemon, I'm gonna have to look into that. Preserved lemon. It gave such an incredible hit of citrus, and it was delicious. It really was lovely. I really enjoyed it. And I just had to show you. Don't know if this will make it, but I had to show you. I've noticed there's really no background noise, and now that the tea room is filling up, it's getting a lot louder in here. So that's something that's very interesting. But a lot of tables for two. There's a few tables for four, and a few larger tables. But yeah, it's a interesting situation. It's not a quiet situation, but you know, I kind of like it. I've had a lot of afternoon teas where it's been really hush and quiet, so this is kind of nice, a little bit more atmosphere. But yeah, so my next sandwich is roasted chicken with lemon thyme mayonnaise. There it is. Look at how generous that is. That is hugely generous. It smells, oh, wow, it smells beautiful. It looks like it's on like a sun-dried tomato bread, and it's really soft and beautiful. Oh, and the smell is glorious. So I'm gonna try this for you, and for me, of course. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The roast chicken breast was so, I'm gonna say, earthy. It was exactly what you would imagine with roast chicken breast. I mean, it was juicy and succulent, but you have the flavor of how they cooked the chicken just beautifully. Oh, it was amazing. And the mayonnaise wasn't overpowering. The bread was perfect. This right here is a beautiful, beautiful tea sandwich. something that may be very important or interesting to you is that they do offer a special afternoon tea just for children. So that's really nice. They cater to the younger generation. I love that. I see jam sandwiches and probably that lovely roasted chicken one and egg mayonnaise. Lots of, simple tea sandwiches, but it's really nice that they do cater to the younger generation. My last sandwich is St. Ermin's gin-soaked salmon with lemon creme fraiche. So I'll show you this. It's lovely. It looks like there's double layers of salmon, beautiful, and it's brown bread, which is nice. It seems soft, and let's try this. Can you go wrong with smoked salmon? Well, you can, but there's not enough. But here, there's enough smoked salmon, so I'm very pleased with it. So I've just ordered my Supreme Earl Grey tea, and my scones are on the way. So perfect. If you don't want to wait until the end, you can have your scones a little bit early. So exciting times. Almost time for halftime. I have my beautiful scone right here. It is warm and lovely, and I did go for, of course, the fruited one. So let's undo this and go with it. I'm really looking forward to this. Oh, they're lovely and warm. We don't get that very often. I'm going to take a little bit of clotted cream and put it on my plate, and then I'm going to put a little bit of jam on my plate and see what happens here. These are scones with no fault. Lovely, crunchy on the outside slightly, pillowy on the inside. They're beautiful. There is nothing wrong with these scones, I'll tell you. They know how to do them here. Beautiful Earl Grey tea today. There is nothing that soothes the soul like Earl Grey tea or any hot tea. Oh, perfect. So it's time for the sweet endeavors. I'm really enjoying my tea though. But we need to trot on, I tell you. So let's look at this guy. Oh my, he's very chocolatey. I'll show you him once I get him out. He is the chocolate and passion fruit mousse. There he is. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dessert. That chocolate is so incredibly rich and sweet, but the passion fruit, it cuts it. It cuts through all the sweetness. It's a beautiful, beautiful dessert. Oh my goodness. Wow. I hope I didn't try the best one first. What could I do? But this was absolutely glorious. My next patisserie is a coconut and pineapple jelly. There it is. The mousse was flavored so much like coconut. It was so soft and delicious. It was very creamy, but you did have the hint of the pineapple. It was glorious. It was so different than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of a hard, kind of like a, what do you call it, a truffle? A chocolate truffle, but it wasn't that nice, or the fork just cut right through it. It was beautiful. What a glorious, glorious taste. That coconut was lovely. Our next delight is caramelized apple on a sable biscuit. Look at this, isn't it lovely? Oh, I look forward to this. I can't even imagine. I'm hoping that it's kind of a spiced apple, but we'll try. Got my fork. The part that made me happy was the crunchy biscuit base. The apple was nice, but it kind of just dissolved in your mouth. But the biscuit base was where a lot of the cinnamon was, and it made me happy. It made me remind me of my grandmother's apple pie. But the apple in general was not the star of it, but I think definitely the biscuit base was. But all in all, a very nice dessert for sure. So I'm really curious to know, what are your favorite components of an afternoon tea? Do you like the savories? Do you like the sweets? Or do you like the scones? What is your favorite bit of afternoon tea? For me, generally it's going to be the savories, the sandwiches. But boy, it's so exciting to be shocked by the flavor profiles that I've found recently with all the different sweet options. So tell me down below. I'm really curious to see what you say. I just love a trifle, even when it's minute. So this is a strawberry and basil trifle. It's very sweet. I've got a fabulous little dessert spoon to help me out with this. So let's take a bite. Did you see my eyes there? Wow, the strawberry that's in this is decadent. I mean, it is decadent. I know you can't see that properly, but it almost reminds me of strawberry rhubarb, if you know what that tastes like. It's so incredibly sweet, but so completely true to a strawberry in the United Kingdom's form in the springtime. It's beautiful. What a beautiful little trifle. Wow, I am blown away about how glorious that is. It shouldn't be that good. I should not like the sweets so much, but here at the St. Ermin's Hotel, I think I do. Oh gosh, what am I gonna do with myself? I tell you, what am I gonna do? I ate it all. I ate all of that trifle. Oh my gosh, I felt like a hummingbird at the hummingbird feeder. There was nothing left. It's gone. I loved that. It was sweet, but it was tart and it was creamy. It was beautiful. It was, wow. I think every meal should be finished with a little shot of something glorious like that. It was beautiful. My last bit of patisserie is a hazelnut praline show. Here it is. It is incredibly light. I'll show you the top of it. Very, very light. I can't imagine there's much inside, but gosh, I have hopes for this one. Perfect end to a perfect afternoon tea. The show bun was so light, it disappeared in my mouth. The hazelnut flavor just shone through. It was light. It was like it had cream inside of it. It was perfect. It was a beautiful, delicate little dessert, and I'm so glad I had an opportunity to try that. If you do not finish everything that you have on your tea tower, they will send you home with something like this. I still have scones in here and more jam, so it's very generous of them to do that. So I might as well take these home with me. So I'm going to wrap up here, and I wanted to say thank you very much to Joanna today. She's taken such a wonderful care of me, and she's been always, after whenever I went, hey, help me, she's always been right there. So thank you very much for all of your kind service and how attentive you've been to me. I will also say the St. Ermin's Tea Lounge has been fabulous, and it's even better than I remembered. And thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you next Friday for another vlog. It might be afternoon tea, it might be a nice brunch, but you never know, because you'll be down in Wonderland with me. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.